Welcome back to Dynamics. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and open up this Tarkir Dragonstorm Play Booster box. I know it's been a while since this set came out, but I was just able to get my hands on another one because, for a while they were not out of print, but they were just kind of sold out at reasonable prices. And then when they restocked, then the prices went back to where I felt like, I'd want to get another one of these. Still collecting the set basically, so why not, right? Before I open that up, though, I do have my yearly. Pretty much this is how I've been doing it. Kind of annually get a dual land right for that Black Friday sale. And this one ended up looking really nice. A scrub land, really good condition. I used my points off a TCG player and then paid the difference. And so the difference immediately goes back into more points. And so that's kind of how I've been doing it. I will probably do the same thing next year and finally get that Volcanic Island, which will be the last revised dual land that I needed to finish out my collection. And my collection of revised, actually. So I'll have a full set of revised. I'll have a full set of revised dual lands. And then I'll be able to move on from there to figure out what I want to pick up next that's like high end. Well, high end, it's not high end for some people, but it's high end for me. But here I am opening a box that would go to, cover about the quarter of a cost of, well, maybe a fifth of the cost of a volcanic island. But that's kind of like the way I do things, right? Which maybe not the most logical, but oh well. What are you gonna do? I still want to collect my sets, so this is how I do it. Let me see if I can just get into this box without my little X-Acto knife here. All right. Come on. You got this. You can do this, Jeremy. Maybe I can't. Oh, there it goes. All right, cool. Damage the box a little bit, but I don't care. I throw the boxes away. As long as it doesn't damage the packs and the cards inside the packs, more importantly. Oh, I'm a little warm right now. Like, it's cold out. So I have a long sleeve on. And then we have the heater on in the house. So it's, because it's cold out. And where I am sitting, I have come to realize is right under a vent that didn't used to be a problem, but I had some AC and heater techs come out to the house because it wasn't, the AC unit wasn't working. And it's a new house, so, I knew it was something simple. And it was something simple. It was a capacitor, I believe it was, that went out on it, which, pretty easy to switch out. And so they did, but while they were here, they were like, okay, well, we're going to go ahead and, check your vents and make sure everything, is working properly. And they changed the direction of the vent that's over me to the more appropriate direction. And that more appropriate direction shoots right onto me, which, it's good. It's a good thing for the house. But for me sitting here, I get cold when the AC is on. I get hot when the heater is on. And so that is my experience that I have been dealing with, contemplating relocating where I'm sitting, which I wanted to relocate for a couple other reasons anyways. Sage of the Skies is my first rare there. So I may rearrange my office here. Foil is a Dragonback Lancer. But yeah, I may rearrange my office again, and ooh, Reliquary Dragon token. All right, I'll have to take a look at that. Very, very cool. Token creature dragon. On the back, it's just a regular dragon, but that's like Reliquary Dragon. Interesting. Okay. All right. But yeah, so I may be rearranging the office again. But when I do that, I clean, and so it's kind of good to do it every now and then and clean up, under desks and tables and sweep up and all that stuff before rearranging it all over again. All right. Probably, you know what? I should just jump ahead, right? You guys don't need to see. There's nothing really in these common and uncommon slots that we're looking for. So let's go ahead and just start jumping ahead. But yeah, so uncommon. You know what? I haven't looked to see if there's any like high value uncommons in this set in a while, so probably not. All right, Inevitable Defeat is the rare. We also have a Teval Arbiter of Virtue, our first mythic of the box. Very, very cool. Look at that. Look at that. The foil is Alchemist's Assistant. And then Windsguard Crag. And an Elephant token with a treasure token on the back. So what am I hoping to open up in this set? I guess I'm hoping just to finish off the set, which, you know, I don't off the top of my head know all of the cards that I need, but all the mythics I can get, because I think I've only opened one, maybe one play booster box, I think, on the channel. So, you know, I probably still need quite a few mythics. And, yeah. I know I have, was it a Mox? The Dragon Mox. There we go. Stadium Headliner. Ooh, Roar of the Elder Song in that full art, or yeah, I will say full art. Foil is Narset's Rebuke. I don't think I have. There's a Ugin in this set, right? I think that's one of the things that I needed still was the Ugin from the set. So let's just say that's what I'm looking for. Who's looking forward to the story? Like, you know, we have so much Universes Beyond now that the story's kind of taking quite the back. Oh, I jumped right ahead. All right, there we go. Uncommon Solte Monument. I'll go back to that in a minute, talking about the story. Ooh, that's that showcase frame. It looks like it's kind of like almost okay. All right. Looks like it might be cut a little weird. I'll have to take a look at it compared to other ones. But anyways, what do you guys think? Is it cut a little weird? Anyways. All right, Songcrafter Mage. The foil is Molten Exhale. We have a Rugged Highland and a Zombie Druid token with a treasure token on the back. But yeah, so, you know, we have Universes Beyond so much that, you know, people forget what's going on in the story. But last, so even Edge of Eternity kind of got away from the story, but I think they're probably going to tie that in. I would imagine they're going to eventually tie that into the story. But before Edge of Eternities, the story was basically finishing up in this set, I believe, right? Where Jace and Vraska went to the meditation realm, and while they were there, they messed things up and released Nicol Bolas. So Nicol Bolas has been released. All right. We have Hollow Merc Siege. Hey, Voice of Victory in foil. That's that's a hit, right? There we go. Not bad, not bad. A foil Bloodfell Caves. And a signed art card. Oh, that's beautiful. Look at that. All right. That is Smile at Death. Very cool. But yeah, so Jace and Vraska kind of released Nicol Bolas. Kind of. They did. And so Ugin's mad. And then, well, everybody's mad because Nicol Bolas is nothing to mess around with. And then Jace, like, evaporated, basically, because he was trying to contain too much power, and, you know. And so Vraska thinks he's probably dead, you know, I would imagine. And so Vraska took off with loot. All right. The rare is Sinkhole Surveyor, because if you didn't know, Vraska and Jace were basically using loot to do their schemes, which not exactly good guy stuff, right? I think they're kind of in the middle between good guy, bad guy at this point. Goblin, warrior token. So yeah, so Vraska took off with loot, and yeah, that's kind of where we are. Nicol Bolas is out there, but you know they kind of did like a post-credit scene, you know, because you know that's how stories work nowadays. You have to have post-credit scene to set up what's happening next, which is why Edge of Eternity wasn't exactly a continuation of the story. because basically Jace reconstituted himself somewhere. So Jace isn't dead, of course. And then Vraska and Loot are on their own, and then Ugin's out there trying to figure out what to do again. And Roar of the Endless Song is the rare. Foil Sees Opportunity, Scoured Barrens, and art card is Dragonback Assault. Yeah, so, and then we have, who else is involved in that? Ajani and, Ajani and, oh, why am I forgetting her name? She became an angel. I'm forgetting her name all of a sudden. Maybe it'll come to me, I'm sure. The lady that planeswalker that turned into an angel. She died a couple times, turned into an angel. You know how it goes. All right, what did we pull here? What's this dragon showcase? Oh, all right. Corey Steelcutter was a big card for a while, but yeah. And then we have a foil Stormshriek Feral. I can compare it to my other one, but now I'm looking at it, it looks like it's probably cut the same. All right, Stormshriek Feral. We have a Swift Water Cliffs and a bird. And I know, oh, Monk on the back. Now, I know that the story has continued on now with Lorwyn, and they already have 2 or 3 episodes out, so I have to go in and read those or do the video. One of the two. We'll see what I do. But yeah, so the stories are kicking up again with Lorwyn, and the only thing I've seen without like spoilers, without actually like going into the story, is that Lilith and Ajani are both there. So I believe that is what's happening. I think Lilith took her students there, like they were escaping something. Anyways, United Battlefront. But I know we're going back to Strixhaven, so I don't know if... United Battlefront, we have a Tursa Light Shatter, is the that showcase frame. Then we have a foil Sonic Shrieker, Dismal Backwater, and a Spirit Token. All right. This is my last pack, everybody. Last pack for this video. So I know that they're there. I would imagine some others are there, and they're probably trying to figure out what's going on Lorwyn, but also something about Liliana bringing the students there, escaping something, and then we're going back to Strixhaven, so definitely something's going on Strixhaven. So that'll be fun to figure out what's going on there. And then other than Lorwyn and Strixhaven, there's a set that probably might tie in Edge of Eternities. What's it called? It's called Mind Warp or Reality Twist or something like that. Hey, it's Sarkhan Dragon Ascendant as the rare. Does he flip? No, he doesn't flip. Foil is Ice Ridge Serpent, foil Windscarred Crag, Soldier Token, and a Soldier Token on the back. All right, but yeah, so I would imagine it might all be tied together with that Mind Fracture or whatever it's called. That might tie into what was going on in Edge of Eternity with basically the only character that was from the regular Magic story. That's why I kind of consider it like an offshoot. Was Tezzeret was there, and all the other characters were new characters. Anyways, hopefully you enjoyed that. Me just deciding to randomly. I didn't plan to talk about lore, but I do like talking about it. I do like reading it, so started deciding to talk about it while opening some packs. Let me know what you think. All right, everybody, take care. Have a good day.